Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Magical McDs. I feel like I'm introducing my Vanna White over here.
Hello.
Because you're doing like our, what's they call it on The Price is Right where they do the showcase?
Yeah.
We've never really done a dedicated,
Like merch
never
haul.
really done. We've never done a dedicated merch haul video.
I mean, we've shown you stuff that we've bought whenever we've bought it in that video.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I am calling this Merch Perch.
I love it, merch purge. You know that last name. So this is our opening day haul from Epic Universe, which we think's merited some
It does, yeah.
special attention and some commentary. We'll get to that in a little bit, though.
Sure, yeah. So so a few things that we got particularly for opening day. They had a really cool Coke bottle. It is an Epic Universe Coke bottle, and it is dated.
Yeah.
So you can see it.
So can I drink that?
No.
I can't drink that.
No, but it is a cool thing. The important thing is about any kind of merch is just put a date on it. Like, put the opening date on it and people will buy it.
Would have been nice if it was glass.
I agree with that too. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So that was a really cool, fun purchase
Right
that
on.
they had.
Yep.
And then the only other thing that we both got one, so I'm going to be holding two up, but was the opening day t-shirt. So as you can see, the date is not front and center on the t-shirt, which is kind of weird.
It's on the sleeve.
It's on the sleeve. So it does say grand opening May 22nd, 2025.
Yep, there it is.
So we did grab these. I like it okay. I bought it because it had the date. So
yeah, and like they just didn't have a lot of dated merchandise, did they?
This was it. Sorry, I'll get that in a second. I think these two items were the only dated items. A really cool thing.
Well, with the exception of one thing that we'll talk about in a minute.
Well,
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Mhm.
So something they handed everybody. Well, no, let me get to the rest of the purchase.
Yeah, purchases.
Yes. Something that you should have kept. We didn't get to ride Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry during our previews. So it was so awesome that we were able to ride it yesterday on opening day.
That ride blew my mind.
I'll show you why, but big thank you to Jimmy and Sarah for sharing Express Pass. And we didn't have to wait in a 4-hour line. So I think it worked out to be a little less than an hour, which is fantastic considering.
And when you have good company with you, the time flew by.
It did. And we're so grateful and lucky that they shared Express Pass with us.
The other nice thing I'll add about that line real quick is because somebody asked me earlier, given the lack of shade at the park, are a lot of the queues inside on that particular? I know it can back out, but the vast majority, and it can accommodate hours worth of line, is completely inside and air conditioned.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I will say that that's a great thing that it looks like Universal tried to accommodate on.
And not only is it inside, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's basically part of the attraction.
I mean, like, if you really want to go there right now, we are doing a merch perch, but all of the major attractions were like that.
Yeah. True.
I mean, Monsters Unchained.
Yep.
That's a giant line that is indoors.
Yep.
We went on Yoshi's. You could.
That was inside.
Inside.
They did a good job.
They did do a pretty good job at trying to keep you from the elements, and that's really important because it's not just heat; it's rain here too.
No doubt.
So, okay, back to
the ministry.
So, we got we paid for the special picture. It's not a great picture, but we paid for it because it prints your date. And that is opening date. So
there it is.
I consider this opening day merch.
I love this so much.
I think it's so cool.
I think we need to get a frame for it.
I mean, we look ridiculous.
I don't care.
And our friends are in it, like our new friends that we made are in it. Jimmy and Sarah are also in it.
But for them, we would not have this.
Yes. So thank you again to them.
How much was that?
But this is such a cool, thing. Like, it's such a cool souvenir.
Oh, it's totally a cool souvenir.
Especially if you're a big Harry Potter fan too. This one was, I think it was like $26, and the reason was, Sarah had the PhotoPass, and she got like a PhotoPass discount.
Okay.
That I was able to use.
Fantastic.
For it.
Okay.
So it was better than what an annual pass discount would have been.
All right.
This is the Dark Universe record, vinyl. But so the reason I wanted
this was the score of the day for us, right?
Yes. So this is limited edition. They had 1,000 yesterday, which seems like a lot.
It was not.
There were a ton of people.
The line for this was as significant as any yesterday.
Yeah, and we waited a little over an hour for this as well. This is actually where we met Jimmy and Sarah.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited I got this.
It looks so cool.
I haven't, and like once we unpack the record player, I probably will open it, but I'm wondering because I don't see anything that says if it's like colored vinyl or anything like that. It might not be.
Yeah.
But it's a very cool piece of merch.
So Danny Elfman.
That I was really excited about.
Did we say that Danny Elfman did the soundtrack?
Yeah, which is why I really, really wanted it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. And I will also say, here, you want to show the back of it?
Yeah.
This is not necessarily opening day merch, but it is limited edition. So it was a cool score to get on opening day.
It looks like there's 16 total tracks.
Yeah, very cool.
It's a 2-sided album. That is really cool. Yeah, and Amber told me about that. I was
not familiar with records. They normally are 2-sided.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was pessimistic. I didn't think that would be available.
I was thrilled.
But it was, and we got on the line. We nailed it. And
I was thrilled.
And to their credit, they limited how many people could buy. So it was 2 purchases, two albums.
2 per person.
Per person. So you couldn't, abuse the system that much.
Yeah, not that much. Okay, so, and then the final thing we got that was given to us upon exit.
This is really cool.
This is the Epic Universe ticket, essentially.
Yeah.
That says that we were there on the day. So it's a grand opening day commemorative ticket.
With a limited number, yeah.
And then it also included a grand opening digital medallion. So essentially, if you scan the code that my finger's over,
I'll go get that.
You can, and then put in your ticket number. You'll get some kind of digital medallion.
I can't wait.
Which I think is silly, but okay.
That's what the kids are doing these days, right?
And I know what you want.
These NFTs.
And I know what you want to bring up. The digital, or
well, that's the perfect segue.
The actual physical medallion was not available.
Yeah, so there was an opening day medallion. How big was it? It was like the size of like a silver dollar.
I think. I mean, I never saw it. I didn't even know it existed. So I'm not upset that it. What I will say is that I'm not upset because I didn't want it, but it makes zero sense that they apparently sold it during the media previous. The previous day, maybe it was the previous 2 days because they had media there for 2 days. It's dated merch. It said May 22nd on it, and they sold it and sold out of it on May 21st.
So trade me, and I'll talk about this because I was witness. Amber was still doing some merch shopping. And I was in line, and I got to witness several meltdowns over these people. And they had really good points. Their attitude was, I'm here at just before 7 a.m. on opening day to buy the medallion that is an opening day medallion that is dated on opening day, and you're telling me it's completely sold out because you made it available to media on the day before. And it's just,
I can understand that disappointment. I can.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want it doesn't mean that.
Now look, should Universal have made some available to the media? Sure, give
maybe
them a small allotment.
I mean, I don't even know that I would say that though because it wasn't the day.
Yeah, I think
it's dated merch. Why would you buy?
If they had reserves, just say 500, they probably would have hit the people that had the meltdowns, and it wouldn't have killed anybody. So they I agree with that. Again, so in their closeout to our opening day video, which you can watch, Amber and I talked at length about how they dropped the ball with the not having a closing show, the shows at the portals. I think it was a slap in the face. I think this is another slap in the face to some of the hardcore fans. Not that was everybody trying to get the medallion. No, we didn't even know about it until we got there. I didn't know about it.
And even knowing about it, I'm not upset that I didn't get it. But I understand why people would be.
Yeah.
I mean, as a segue or as maybe a comparison, I know that people collect. I'm a really big fan of going to live shows and of specific bands.
Mm-hmm.
I have never bought a concert poster for a concert I wasn't at.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there. And it's, I mean, like, and I'm not saying that the artwork couldn't be cool or, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I'm not begrudging anybody that does do that. I'm just saying, in my mind, it's logical on that day at that place. That's what makes it special.
Yeah.
So
and they deprived everybody of that special.
I think it's really sad that they sold dated merch on a different day.
Yeah.
To commemorate something that some of them weren't probably even there for.
Yeah.
So they maybe purchased an opening day medallion.
Yeah.
And they weren't there on
when
opening
you
day.
take that in combination of the fact that the big opening fireworks and drone show and laser show wasn't on the actual opening day. It was for invited guests.
Oh, the closing, yeah.
And the fact that the portal shows didn't happen on the actual opening day, but it happened for invited guests. Those are a lot of slaps in the face to the loyal hardcore fans like us who got up at 5 a.m, or earlier. Some people were there at like 2:30 in the morning, sleeping in their cars.
Yeah.
And you're telling them that, like...
I mean, but let's also talk about that, though, because, like, that was something I know that you will, if you have watched the previous video of our opening day experience. I did say it throughout the video, I think. Hopefully it makes it into it.
Yeah.
I do wish that... I'm not mad at Universal for this, but I wish there would have been a more, like, official announcement that it wasn't gonna be a sold-out day.
Right.
Yes, they sold out of tickets because they limited the number of tickets.
Yes.
It was not a, like, open capacity free-for-all.
Right.
I don't know what the capacity was. But I'm sure if you are a fan and you have sought out this information or you have followed opening day, you will have seen the same photos we saw of the parking lot that wasn't full.
Yeah.
Blessedly so. And that's awesome.
Yeah, on that one, they deserve praise.
They deserve all the praise for making sure that the people that did get to go on opening day had a good experience.
Yeah, that was a very smart move.
So
and it counteracts a lot of
it's well done.
Stuff we're complaining about.
Yes,
I'd rather have low capacity crowds than any medallion that you could throw at me.
Yeah,
and frankly, I'll skip the portal shows too. So, like, we're not trying to tar Universal here.
No,
overall, we had a great day.
We had a wonderful day. Yeah. I don't know that this was ever said. The preview day that we were at, which was to the date, it was a month prior. It was April 22nd. There were plenty of delays and downs for the rides. Not a ton, but there were some, and I remember that.
Yeah.
Battle of Ministry was one of them, and that was a bummer that we didn't get to ride it, but we understood previews, whatever.
We're figuring it out.
But what I will tell you is that what was shocking yesterday, I don't think I saw anything go down. Except Battle of Ministry, and that didn't even go down. It just said delayed, and it opened at 3 p.m. like it did for preview days.
They were probably testing the heck out of it to make sure it was working.
Yeah, so I hats off. You guys should celebrate that you did get that right. Yeah. You didn't have a park with 10 rides and 2 were working.
Yeah.
They all look like they functioned the way they should.
So brava.
So good job, Universal.
But yeah, it was a great day. We hope you enjoyed looking at our limited amount of merchandise.
Our fun merch. Oh, wait, I forgot one other thing that I'll show you really quick because it's not really opening day merch, but I did purchase it and it's a cool purchase.
Oh yeah.
So I also picked up this cool photo frame because we did do a meet and greet at our own preview day that was with the Bride and Frankenstein, and look how cool it is. It's like, it feels like felty. Like the outside of so it's a photo frame that I'm hoping to print off our photo and put it in here. So it's really cool. It's like, it's feely.
A new photo for the new house.
Do you like it? Yeah. Yeah. And as you can see in some of this, you might see some boxes in the background, and we've only been here for 7 months.
Yeah,
but
so here's I'm unpacking.
We need to buy more furniture. So on that note, thanks for watching our merch perch.
The merch perch.
It was fun.
The title.
It's some cool stuff. So
that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap this up. So thank you so much for watching. As we say in every video, do all the things the YouTubers say. Most of all, subscribe. We'd love to have you on for a journey. We're so close to 1,000. You can be one of the beloved jewels of subscribers that gets us one step closer to that. Are we being too harsh on Universal? Let us know. I feel like we definitely went at them for a minute or two there. But
I think you were harder on them than I was.
I know the Universal fan base can be particularly vitriolic when they perceive an insult to their beloved theme park. So that's not we love it too, but you have to comment on the good and the bad, and there was more good than bad, fortunately.
Yeah.
So until next time, have fun storming the castle
and stay magical.